Hey YouTube, and today I am here with my video of a tribute to Dale Earnhardt Jr., who has really helped shape the sport of NASCAR into what it is today, who has really helped it grow, who has really shown his popularity, and has really helped new people become fans that didn't know this sport. The sport is still growing because of him. So, in my words, thank you, Dale, for all your great memories. I will always remember what you've done for us, and I really hope you enjoy your retirement, Dale. So I'm going to be going over all of my junior diecasts from his early days all the way up to now. So first we'll start off from back in the 90s when he drove the Coca-Cola car. This one was a really neat pickup for me. In fact, I have seniors to go along with this. Here's the car. I really have grown up with Dale, and he's really gotten me to have appreciation for the sport and has really gotten me to like it. Without Dale, I probably wouldn't even be a fan of the sport. And next, wait, wrong car. Next we'll be continuing to when he first started in the 2000s with his Winston All-Star, or the Winston Million, I think it was, that he won in 2000, the only All-Star race he won. And the thing I remember about this car the most is I watched an interview and he talked about how he only filled the fuel tank halfway because it made the car lighter in the back, which made it faster. So he played a little bit of strategy in that race. Now, continuing, a car that was very special in the year he drove this and in this race in general. Very many people remember this car for what he did with it, but his 2001 MLB All-Star Game car that he won the 2001 Pepsi 400 with, which was a very emotional win for Dale, especially with the fact that he came back to Daytona and won this one. Now, continuing on with his 2000s year, we do have his regular number 8 from 2002 with the iconic DEI stripes like this before they switched over to the E stripes. And then his other one, I have his 2002 All-Star Game car, which was, I believe, in Detroit. Not so sure on that one, though. But this car just looks amazing, the dark red with the black. And personally, one of my favorite schemes of 2002 for Dale. Continuing on with 2002, we are going to move to the Busch Series where he drove this car to a win. This one was, I believe, the 2003 or 2004. I'm not sure what year it was, but it's a number 3 Oreo Ritz car that he drove to the win at Daytona. He's driven very many cars, and they always have great looks to them. And the thing with Dale, you don't even have to be a fan of the sport to know who he is. And then continuing on, we have his number 3 Noah Wafers car that he also drove in the same season. And then 2 cars that I forgot about until just now were his Busch days when he won the back-to-back titles. Here is his number 3 AC Delco car. And then we also have a loose version, which I made a raced version custom out of. It's beat up here and there, but not bad. We also have some more early day cars. One of these is from 98. Well, actually both of them are from 99, but this is Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s 1999 AC Delco Chevy that he won the second title with. Here's one of the main differences on this car. If you guys can't read that, this is AC Delco Clint Black, nothing but the taillights to her. So, there's one of the most iconic schemes in Dale's career. And then this one was very hard for me to find. His 1999 IROC that he drove in various races. I didn't really watch IROC races, but I figured I'd pick this one up because I haven't really seen this one around that much. And then I do have a few 124s to go over right here that are early days. These ones I haven't shown on video yet. These ones I actually picked up a couple weekends ago until I forgot to make a video about them, but here's his number 8 Budweiser Chevrolet that he made his career starts in 1999. Continuing with 124s, this was another one I picked up, which is also very special. This is his 2000 Budweiser Olympics car that is basically this car right here. The only difference is this one, they switched it to his name on the car for child reasons, because you can't have an alcoholic product on there, along with Remington firearms, which they didn't put on that smaller one, but this car was very hard for me to find, and this one is very special to me. It took me forever to find this one. It wasn't much of a change up from his regular Budweiser car, but this car looks sharp on track with the fact that they changed this black to blue up here, and then they added stars and changed up the colors. And then, continuing, we also have another Busch Series car. I don't remember what year this is from. I think it was 2002, but this is an Elite. It's of his number 8 tribute concert car that he won with at Talladega, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but this one I actually got online for cheap. I actually picked this up for like $6. And this is one of 3,300. Here, let me go ahead and just open the box real quick. Come on. It's stuck on the fabric cloth cover. There we go. Okay. This car was very good looking on track. This one was relatively hard for me to find, but not as bad as these 124s in the IROC car. The most hardest to find, and I would say it's the hardest to come by, was the Coke machine car. That one, I was actually kind of just garage selling around the area to see if any people were having NASCAR stuff at their garage sales, which I'll do occasionally with my dad, and we'll kind of just look around and see what we can find, kind of thing, because you can find stuff for cheap, so. Continuing, we will move into a very special car. His 2004 Daytona 500 winner. Was a storybook day for Dale Jr. and very special because that car was just dominant. He stayed up in the top 5 all day, and then towards the end he managed to get around Tony Stewart. But continuing, we also have a couple of 2005 cars. His 2005 number 8 Budweiser 3 doors down car. I think he ran this at Richmond for the night race. I don't know how well he did, but I know this car did run at Richmond, I think. But I also picked this one up a while back. This is his 2005 Budweiser All-Star Game car for Detroit. I think this other one from 2002. Doesn't say where it takes place because the 2001 says Seattle on it, but this car he won with at Chicagoland back in 05. Then we got a couple of his regular ones. This is when they switched to the E-stripe. I believe this is 06 or 07. Number 8 DEI car. This is the child version, as you can tell, because they swapped it out for the DEI logo and then Dale Earnhardt Inc. down the sides. But we also have another one. This one I know for sure is 07. This one has a darker red to it. I don't know why it's different, but this other one was Motorsports Authentics, and this one I think is too. Let me focus the camera here. Now we will move on to a couple more 124s. This is his 2003, 2004? Wait, no. It was either 2004 or 2005. 2005 DEI Chevy for Dale Earnhardt Inc. This one doesn't have any opening features or anything. It's just one of those ones that has the rubber wheels and doesn't have anything open on it. And then this one was probably a career landmark for him. This one was an RCCA club car, if I remember right, but Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s 2006 250 starts car. I don't think he ran this, though. I think this was a commemorative car for his 250th start, which I believe came at Bose Motor Speedway. Yeah, it's on the quarter panel here. Just a very sharp looking car. Very nice design. Opening hood and everything on this one. Roof flaps, everything too. We will move this one. Put that one right here. And then stick this up here. Now we will move into his Hendrick days after he moved over. This was one of the biggest choices he ever made in his career, and it was probably the best decision he ever made, because Teresa, they didn't get along well, so he moved over, and he wanted to find a company he could race with success and know he could win championships, which sadly he won't do, but it was a good thing he moved over to Hendrick. We have his 2011 Paint the 88 car that he ran at Talladega. And then we have his 2012. His 2012 Dale Jr. Foundation Driven to Give that he drove at the All-Star race and won the All-Star Showdown in. He's just run so many paint schemes in his career, it's unbelievable. Turn this like this and start just stacking these here. We also have his 2012 Diet Mountain Dew, not Diet Mountain Dew, but Amp Energy 711 car. I think he ran this at Martinsville or Charlotte. It was one of the two. One of the cooler cars he ran in his career with the Amp Energy design. Now we will continue on with Hendrick stuff that he's driven. This one is a custom, but I made this. It was his 2012 Diet Mountain Dew Dark Knight Rises car. Kinda came out like crap, but it came out okay. Stick this one right here. We also have his 2010 number 3 Wrangler Tribute to Father that he won at Daytona with. This was a Richard Childress owned car, not for Junior Motorsports, but watching this race was just amazing. His car just managed to pull away so quickly from everyone else, and Joey Logano really wasn't able to catch him in that race. And so, continuing, we have his 2014 eBay car that he ran at Vegas for his own team. His 2013 National Guard car, which he swapped the colors of his 2012 one, made it different, which I really like that difference. His Michael Baker car that he swapped Pocono with. The only thing that sucks is a huge chunk of paint came off the back, but still a nice car. His 2013 National Guard Soldier of Steel car. Then this one, I believe he ran at Sonoma, was his Kelly Blue Book car from 2014. And I think that's it for those. Moving on to the newer stuff that's boxed, like what you see back here. You have Dale Jr.'s 2013 National Guard pink that he drove at Martinsville for breast cancer awareness. It was a very simple paint scheme, but it really popped on track because the dark blue, when it hit the sunlight, along with the pink that went with it, it looked amazing. Now, moving on to probably one of the best years of his career. In 2014, he won Martinsville, he won Pocono twice, and he won Daytona, but he made a gamble on this car at Vegas and came close to winning, but he ran out of gas. It would have been great to see him win back-to-back races, but you can't say he didn't try. His Mountain Dew Kickstart car was great all race until he ran out of gas. He took a gamble at Richmond this past weekend too, and he was loose, like way high in the corners, and he was starting to run out of gas, so he ended up pitting, but he took a gamble, and he's not afraid to take a gamble. His 2014 National Guard Superman car, I believe the red number one was ran at Michigan, and then the gold number was at Charlotte. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but he's run a lot of special paint schemes. Here's his 2014 National Guard car, which will be his last year with the National Guard due to budget cuts, which kind of sucked. Moving on to his 2015 season, one of the best and most memorable wins of his career. He came back in 2015 and he won Talladega for the first time since 2004, back when he won 4 in a row in those days. But this is his 2015 his 2015 nationwide Talladega winner. Let's see, I'll move these. Right here. We also have his 2015 Halo 5 car. If I remember right, the production was limited on this one due to 704 games, or, that's 6, God, I don't remember the name of the company, but, due to licensing, if I remember right, I don't remember, but they cut production short. This was the car he ran at Chicagoland to promote Halo 5, and Jimmy McMurray ran his with Spartan Locke. Junior went with Master Chief. This car was just cool to see on track with the bright colors, and then the green, which went well with that black, and then the like honeycomb yellow, I want to say that is. His 2015 Mountain Dew Baja Blast car that ran the All-Star race. His next special paint scheme for 2015, his Nationwide Salutes car, which he won with in the Coke 0400. I was up late for that race because the rain delay, if I remember right, there was a rain delay at the start, and then they ended up starting a little later than they usually do. Moving into his 2016 season, which was not a good season for him, he ended up crashing at Michigan and taking that concussion, and Gordon and Bowman filled in for him, which that season is ultimately what led to his decision of retirement because of his injury. He didn't want to be like his dad, where he had to be dragged away from the car almost, I want to say, because Dale Sr. really enjoyed what he did for a living. We'll go ahead and start making, start stacking these over here. We also have his tax slayer car he ran in the Unlimited, which he got involved in a wreck with Hornish, I think. Yeah, because he ended up getting the whole right side torn off, and you could see the foam come out. It totally just ripped the sheet metal right off the side of the car. But we still have quite a ways to go. But Junior's Exalta University of Michigan car, which he actually didn't run. This one was ran by Alex Bowman at Michigan. And Chase Elliott had a dominant race, if I remember right, that race. And then Larson, on the final restart, him and Larson were on the front row, and he spun the tires, and Larson just pulled away. His Exalta car, which, believe it or not, he actually has names for each one. His 2017 one is called Flashpoint. This one was called Solar Flare, which is very fitting with the way this car looks, as you can see how it kind of just fades gradually into a yellow on the bottom. His 2016 Mountain Dew Decision car, which ran at Richmond. His Mountain Dew All-Star car, which he ran in the All-Star race, which I think Logano won that year. Yeah, it was Logano, because he had the Mosaic car, where it had all the pictures of Penske's moments in racing. And this one is Alex Bowman. They made this as a promo, but I still consider this a junior car. It's the Mountain Dew hunting car that was ran at Talladega. His Nationwide Darlington throwback, which he didn't get to drive. His Salute car from 2016 that ran at Charlotte. His Nationwide Children's car that ran at Kentucky. His Nationwide car from 2016, which was a tribute to Buddy Baker's Grey Ghost, which is also what inspired his Darlington throwback. In fact, you can see the similarities here if I do this. Just a little bit of color change up is all it is, but anyway, continuing. One of the newest releases, it's his Do SA car, which is one that I did a review on. And I got some good news for you guys. I pre-ordered his Ducks Unlimited car and his Mountain Dew car they ran at Michigan, so they're expected to get here around November 1st through the 6th, but I still don't know if that's accurate. But continuing, his Service King 600 starts car from California. His Exalta car, Flashpoint is what it's called. Starting to run out of room here. Let's get these back. Move these over. We're down to the last two. Junior's nationwide car for 2017. And his degree car, which he ran last weekend in the Xfinity Series at Richmond. There is one last 124th that I'm going to show, which was a highlight of his career. His 2014 National Guard Daytona win. Okay, so that's it, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching. We'll always remember you for your accomplishments.